So people know me that I'm trying to promote domain-driven design, event sourcing, and CQRS in Rails world, which is very unique and it's not very popular. So they were like, okay, can you look at this? Did we do it well or not? Or I was helping someone to fix some smaller issues. So actually, this made me think, and probably this is my like last topic for now, but it's related to the conferences, like the role of sponsors and booths at the conferences. As an organizer, I have to admit I was always against having booths at conferences because it's always about recruitment, and I didn't like this part. But obviously, that's needed. But at this conference, I realized that I want to have an Arkency booth somewhere at the conference, because that's more explicit way of saying to the participants, hey, come to us. We are not recruiting really, but I can help you decide whether DDD or CQRS is a good fit for your application. So maybe I can do some free consultations, for example. That would be useful for the people. So it's actually the first conference where I realized that it might be, very, very useful.
Oh yeah.
And how do you see this? Because you are often the person behind the booth. Now you are the organizer as well. So how do you see this aspect?
Probably I'm a little bit biased because I'm a marketing person.
Sure.
And sponsors, being a sponsor, sponsoring events as a JetBrains employee is very important for me because it allows me to show the live demo and show all the complex things that we have in RubyMine. And it's very important. And you mentioned this allows people to understand, that's very important. This allows people to understand whether they need need this product, this approach or whatever, or not. This is the priority for me. So it's not like marketing. FMCG is about buy this thing, buy this bottle of Coke, buy this or that, smoke, don't smoke, whatever. In IT, this doesn't work, luckily. In B2B, it's different. In B2D, it's completely different. And you should be translating the information so that people understand what this is about, because there's too much information. You have to show people what this is, and then they can decide for themselves whether they need it or not. So that's why being present at booths is very important for me. So we do not do, by the way, that much of hiring at the booth. But many companies do. Many companies do. That's the most popular thing of doing that, of sponsorships. People hire at the booths. And we're promoting our product, which is basically promotion as well. But that's very important. And as so because of this, because this is very important, as an organizer, I didn't have any, as a co-organizer, I didn't have anything. I'm really not against having any sponsors. That's very important. I would say the most important thing is that two things. Well, the sponsors we had, that was, apart from JetBrains, that was Cookpad, TopTal, Evron, it's also huge in Russia and CIS, and other sponsors as well. They are actually part of the ecosystem, and Cookpad is actually part of the Ruby ecosystem in a way. They have people from the Ruby core. So I consider them all inside. So they spend money. They do promote their goods at the conferences, but they also, it's not like they're apart. They are inside the community and they support. They really do. They invest in these conferences so that people get bigger. Many people from this, not from Cookpad, but people from TopTal that work for TopTal were also at the conference, and many other businesses send their people to this conference so that they can listen and become better developers. That's very important. That's also part thanks to our sponsors. So I'm really for this. I'm never against this. What I'm against, I'm really against pushing things in a stupid way. That's bad marketing. I used to do it before JetBrains in other companies. It doesn't work. So,
I think developers are like very, very much against pushing any kind of marketing or sales. Like even sending an email sometimes is like too much for pushing for many of us.
That's true. You have to be very, what's the word? I don't know. It's this way. This communication, you can break it. It's fragile. So you have to be very serious about the communication you're trying to do, the way you do it. Don't push it. But as for the rest, it's totally fine. Sponsors' speeches are also fine for me because it's not about the sponsor pitch; it's about the message you can get. So as for the sponsors, I'm really for this.
Yeah, the sponsor talks, I was also always against those. But here, when I looked at Bojidar making fun of this,
Yeah. That's one way to do
and
it.
Miles,
Yes.
showing like saying, okay, I know I don't want to bore you and so on.
Yeah,
So I was like very, very aware of the situation.
Yes, they're very experienced people, and
Yeah.
they know. They're also
They know.
developers.
Yeah, they know. That's
why.
the point.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, Artyom. Thanks. That was a great
Thank you very much.
conversation. I hope our listeners and watchers will appreciate it. So thanks for your
Hopefully.
time. Yeah,
Thank you.
Good luck with RubyMine. I'm a big fan.
Thank you very much. Good luck with Arkency and DDD and event sourcing and the rest.
Thank you.